she's in love with him. And she loves the fact that she loves that he don't love her. Okay, so here I am back with yet another video. And this was actually sent in from a watcher as well. And the title is, oh, actually scroll down. My sexuality is sacred. Bisexual pastor turned stripper has never been happier. Now, I want to start off by saying this. You see, like I say so many times, like I said so many times before, women's primary goal and objective in life is to figure out how to pleasure other people. You see, like everything they do, the reason why they get their hair done, the reason why they wear a certain pair of shoes, is not because she, as an individual, likes those shoes. It's because she knows that she's going to look good for somebody else wearing those shoes. You see, like their whole, most women's whole path in life is to want family. You want a family and kids, and get that nonstop attention from the kids. Mommy. Like that's what they want. But see, a lot of women, they end up getting confused, and they never get the order right. So they end up seeking attention nonstop from men to get because their order of their order of morals and everything. A lot of times it just gets confused, and the more this the more this modern day feminism shit keeps going on, the more it's going to get confused because they keep trying to have the best of all worlds, and you just can't do it. It's just not possible. Okay, so anyway, this is actually a new article. It was September 23rd this year, so a couple weeks ago. Yeah, so I could generally tell you how this is going to happen. She enjoys getting attention. She enjoys getting more attention. And she enjoys pleasing other people. And it's like how women are, man. They want to please, and they want to get that. Like women, and I'm not making fun of women about this. This is just a reality. Like women, when motherfuckers used to always tell you, say please and thank you. Say please and thank you. See, men really don't need to be told please and thank you. I mean, we like it, but we don't need that shit. We're like, women, they literally need to be told thank you and please and how's your day going and shit like that. See, women, they genuinely need that shit at their core existence. If they don't get it, they start to self-destruct. They even more than what they naturally do as women already. They need it. I was talking to my girl last night about this. Women, they need that shit because if a woman cannot get that validation from outside sources, well, she has no reason to live, and her next thoughts are usually going to be, somewhere along the lines of suicide. It's just how women are programmed. So anyway. Let's get started with this article by Melkorka Licia. I don't know what the fuck that is. Okay. Anyway. Okay, so this girl, her name's Nicole Mitchell. Left was her pastor life. And she pursued her dreams to become a stripper. So. The article begins. Growing up in a strict Baptist family, Nicole Mitchell was expected to be quiet, reserved, and sweet, but her dreams weren't so quite conservative. Make sure everything's working properly. Yeah, okay. From a young age, I had fantasized about being a stripper. Mitchell, who now works as an erotic dancer on OnlyFans, told the Post. So she doesn't even have the courage to go out and do stripping in real life. She has to do it on a camera in her apartment. And I said a few videos back, I've always personally not liked strippers because I always thought stripping was to me, man, strippers are like the dude who thinks he's a badass because he got a tattoo. It's like I think I'm a badass because I'm a stripper. It's not like that shit. I don't even respect. I just don't have any respect for strippers in the league of being adults. I don't have any. I've never cared for strippers. Now brothels, they're actually fucking. They're actually doing something. But strippers, I've always thought strippers were just a complete fucking joke for the most part. Even in my most beta of days, I've just never cared for strippers. But anyway, she continues. but I was indoctrinated to believe my desires and my body were innately sinful and bad. So instead of pursuing the pole, the mother of three went all in on religion and became a pastor. Even that, however, was rebellious in her family's eyes. I was taught that women weren't allowed to lead and that women belong in the kitchen and with the children, said Mitchell, who's 36. So even though it went against everything I was told, I decided to become a pastor because of my love for performing. Yeah. All this is, yeah, because she was borderline feminist from a young age. Not for the fact that, oh, you belong in the kitchen, but for the fact that she still went into like this leadership role. Like, once women get that, and it's a shit reality, but it's the reality, man. Once they get too independent, you might as well just discard her at that point. like, because it's just what because once she gets too independent, well, now woman is always looking up, so she always wants somebody who's bigger and better than her. But now she's 36 with 3 kids. She look. Like I say, man, once females get too independent, they're just damaged goods at that point. And you just can't do anything with them after that. You can't. And she did, I mean, well, she wanted to be a pastor. She wanted to be a leader. She wanted to be a pastor, which was a leader position. That's just done. I'm willing to bet her parents probably knew it. And then she loves to perform. So let's look at her. So she loves to perform, and she was a pastor on the left, and she stayed skinny, like she took it, and looks like she takes a bath. It was a matter of time before she did something like that. She would just, the only difference was either she just came out open about it, or she just did it in secret. It was a matter of time. So anyway, let's continue. Okay. In 2011, Mitchell, along with her now ex-husband, of course, joined the Woodland Hills Church, an evangelist megachurch in St. Paul, Minnesota, which opened her eyes to the possibility of gender equality within the faith. Yep, it blew my mind. Like so let's do a quick recap. We can pretty much deduce she got married because that's what her parents wanted. It had nothing to do with him. It was because it was what her parents wanted. So she followed whatever leader was in her life. That woman's side was still pushing her to follow, but she was already like damaged with being too independent. Yeah, so I'm not surprised now, ex-husband. Yeah, I'm not shocked at all. It blew my mind. She recalled of her first visit to the Holy House. Every Sunday, Mitchell was the first in line to ask the pastor a question after the sermon. One of my pastors said, "Nicole, did you realize you're a theologian? And they said, we'd like you to be one of our pastors," she recalled. "To be on stage in front of thousands of people, that's what I've been dreaming of for years." Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Eager to rise up to the ranks, Mitchell, who was also raising 3 kids now, aged 10, 7, and 4, snagged a spot as a weekly pastor in 2016. But Mitchell's true identity began to unfurl when she attended an LGBT-oriented theater performance later in 2016. "I was like, oh my gosh, I don't think I'm straight," rocked my world, said Mitchell, who now identifies as bisexual, pansexual. See, now that touches on another topic. I always get into this topic when I speak about, women's sexuality. See, it's not like, and I agree with her 1,000%. Most women are not, heterosexual, strictly heterosexual. Sex is not about that for women like it is for men. Like for women, it's just about, it's nothing more than smoking a blunt in a relation. Like it's nothing more than a side thing to, feel a little something from and then leave. Where men, we kind of more initially want to make laws and rules with it. Women don't care. It's not about only fucking a man or only fucking a woman. In a woman's mind, it's just sex. It's just, touching somebody's body, feeling them feeling you. That's all it is for them. So I agree with her. No. Yeah, most women, if put in a genuine situation, will admit to being bisexual. It's not about only fucking a man. I knew if I revealed my queerness, I would lose it all because the church is not welcoming to queer people. She suddenly felt as if she was living a very duplicitous life and struggled to keep her sexuality a secret. So after giving her first widely attended weekend sermon on July 4th weekend in 2017, Mitchell left the church for good. I just never showed up again, she said. So she quit the church because she wanted to go fuck bitches. Fuck bitches. Let's just keep it real. So, a few months later, Mitchell came out publicly in a confessional YouTube video posted on her social media platforms. Faced with rebuilding her life, she wondered what was next. I started following my life coach's wife on Instagram, who was doing lingerie modeling, said Mitchell. I was kind of triggered by it, but I was also magnetically drawn to it. Now, also, see, let's do the math on this. This is what she looks like, right here, on the right. Now, she figures she can go out and still get attention. Now, how much you want to bet if she had to end up motherfucking 250, 300 pounds, where she was always like, oh, I was just triggered by lingerie model. See, she realized, like I can get attention doing this. I think I can do it. See, this is the reality of most women. It's just the reality of it. If a woman knows that she can confidently appeal sexually to men, she'll do it. See, the only reason, and it's even deeper in a woman's biology, is because it's the path of least resistance. She just wakes up and she wakes up and is woman. Now, like what takes a lot of women out of it is because a lot of women don't know how to dance, so that's why they don't strip or do anything of that nature. Like when I was younger, I just automatically assumed all women knew how to dance. But no, like a lot of women just don't know how to dance, or a lot of women really have super low self-esteem, so that's why they don't try to compete in brothels and shit like that. It's not about, like, a lot of times it's not really about the shame of it. It's about, does she think she can really compete in it without getting embarrassed? So the article continues. Mitchell knew she wanted to delve deeper into her own sexual desires and signed up for a class called Sexpress You. It was all about expressing your sexy self, and that was the linchpin that I needed, said Mitchell. Right after, she linked up with a photographer to do her first nude photo shoot with 3 kids at home, with a 10, 7, 4-year-old at home and a husband. I don't think she probably wasn't fully divorced yet. She's probably doing all this in secret. I cried because I never felt more holy and sacred in my life, she recalled, of the shoot. I never felt more sexy and liberated than I did then. Thrilled with her new calling as a stripper and erotic model, Mitchell launched an OnlyFans account where she posts explicit photos and videos in exchange for money. Hey. So it sounds like to me the order was she was following what her parents wanted completely. And she ended up married with kids only because it was what her parents wanted. And now she ended up stripping and selling her ass on the internet for $5 a piece to random dudes jacking off to her. She had to get that hoe phase out. She had it in her and had to get it out. Anyway, I started off really timid, just like topless photos, but now I'm at the point where I take personal requests to make videos very tailored to people's specific desires, said Mitchell, who also works as a life coach and offers courses such as how to unfuck yourself, about how to be your true self. I'm to the point where back in March, I was actually going to be paid several $1,000s to have sex with someone, prostitute, and I was A-okay with that, but then COVID hit and it got canceled. Yeah, so she went off and she became a hooker. From pastor to hooker. Don't get this shit twisted. Let me highlight this shit so I don't lose my spot. Don't get this shit twisted. See, strippers are okay, and especially in stateside, because we don't have a lot of brothels in the United States. So strippers usually is code name brothel, okay. But see, stripper is also used to lighten the blow, because she's a prostitute. She because she told you the only reason she didn't trick herself out with 3 kids and an ex-husband. The only reason she didn't sell her pussy was because COVID hit, and she admits to it. Mitchell relocated to Los Angeles in 2019 and divorced her husband. Yeah, in June. Yeah. I figure she was still married at the time. She was doing all this in secret. Either she was doing it all in secret, or at the time she knew that it would be so outrageous that her husband just wouldn't believe it, type of thing. But today, Mitchell is happier than ever. Every person has the right to express themselves in whatever way feels good to them, and this is how it feels good to me, she said. While her preaching days might be behind her, stripping for Mitchell is just as holy. Okay, prostituting is just as holy. My sexuality is incredibly healing and sacred, she said. And when I give this gift to people, it blesses them. when she opens her legs for motherfuckers, it blesses her. So yeah, again, man, don't get this shit twisted. She's a hooker. Okay? And let's be real about this shit. Let's be 1,000%. I highly doubt somebody was getting ready to pay her thousands of dollars to have sex with him. See, I highly doubt that. Highly. I mean, she might have got lucky and found a motherfucker, but I see women do shit like this like I say in so many videos before. With women, a lot of it is about value. It's like they want to be seen as valuable. Women always want value. Well, am I more valuable than you? Are you more valuable than me? It's always about value. So they'll say, yeah, I had somebody want to pay $1,000 with me. And they'll run around. She's going to come up. If this was true, she's going to bring that story up for the next 20 years of her life. Probably till the day she dies. So she can revalidate herself as valuable. This is this is prostitution. They should relabel this article, because that's what it was. Let's just rename the article "Pastor Turned Prostitute," because that's what she just admits to it later on in the article. God damn, man, my fucking allergies. Well, yeah, it's starting to rain. I think I figured out what fucks my allergies up when it starts to rain out here. But yeah, this is pastor turned prostitute. That's the reality of it. Yeah. And all it fits a stereotypical, side of it. She started off very religious, and then and when she grew up, she got cut loose and fucking went the whole opposite extreme. Wow. See, and but let's keep in mind the reason why she can get away with this is because she luckily stayed skinny. Because if she got fat, she probably could do a little bit, but they wouldn't be putting her pictures all up on this motherfucker. She was fucked up looking. Let's just put it like that. Oh, look at her. Yeah. Yeah. I can see it in her eyes right here. Yeah. Yeah. That is the face of a woman. Yeah, matter of fact, yeah, that's exactly where I was going to go next. This is the face of a woman who marries the guy who she thinks who looks good in the world, but she secretly goes off and gets fucking gang banged in the woods, and it takes random guys out to under the highway bridge and blows them under there and gets fucked on. That smile and the look at her eyes and that face, like I'm telling you, like I can smell that shit from a mile away. That because I thought she was Asian from these pictures, but no, like yeah, that face. The look in her eyes and all that shit, she is looking for freedom. She's looking for freedom to just be free and do whatever she wants to do. And anybody who's going to come across and tell her about any way of being free, she's going to follow it. She's going to follow it. I know that because I grew up in areas with bitches that look like this. And the story would always come out, that same look in their eyes, like she is looking for freedom, for sexual freedom. That's what she's looking for. That is not a woman that you marry. Okay, she looks like it, like to somebody who didn't know. She looks like the type of girl, like the perfect woman you want to marry. But no, you don't marry a girl like that. No. Like she's cute, she get fucked, but you do not marry girls like that. Anyway, man, I'm out of here. Just a quick video. And I got some more stuff for my RedPill travel section. So yeah, that's gonna be coming up. And I thought about making like a section where I could try relatively exotic foods or check foods, or where if I travel like the foods or where they are type of thing. I was gonna put that in new videos. But yeah, I'm out of here, man. Have a good day. Bye.